All right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Cardone's Evening Hour Live. We're starting in about 5 seconds. What's up, everybody? How are you doing? Oh, we got some people in here. Let's have fun tonight. We are here on a Wednesday. It's October. The weather's horrible. I got a lot of crap to talk about here. And I got some cool things to show you. It's Halloween season. I never get to celebrate Halloween. Oh, here we go. We got lots of people in the house. What's up, everybody? If you're not a subscriber, go click that subscribe button right now. Hit subscribe, like, notify, the whole thing. It helps me so much. Let me know how the sound is. I'm dealing with equipment, and I am not good at dealing with equipment. I'm old school, and I like paper and pencil and rocks and clay. Computers aren't my thing. So if you think the sound is a little weird, you tell me, okay? What else? Let's see, who do we have here? Oh yeah, we got people in here. Come on in, folks. We're gonna have fun tonight. Where is my... Tonight's drink, I've been on a non-alcoholic beer kick. The good ones, because there's a lot of crappy non-alcoholic beer. This is Athletic Brewery. It's called All Out. There's no booze in this, but my God, it tastes crazy. It tastes like chocolate. So cheers, everybody. All right. So I thought tonight, let me turn this down a bit. I thought tonight we would talk a little bit about the Halloween season, especially because I never get to celebrate Halloween. I'm always working. And I'm working this week too, but I never get to just chill out and do the trick-or-treat thing or have trick-or-treaters or go to a costume party just as a guest. I'm always the entertainer guy, or I'm running the event. This year, on October 30th, though, right here, Cardone Entertainment, I'm going to have a special show. Very special. It's the second episode of Behind the Devil's Curtain. It's called The Transylvanian Adventure. And there's a big surprise at the end. I'm going to unveil my new project. Dabert says cheers. Zagudo says nice. William's in the house. RBBC Radio. Is that Rockaway Beach Radio in the house? Because if it is, what's up, brothers? I need to come over and we got to have a show. Coffee also tastes chocolatey sometimes. Yeah, it does. Coffee does. Actually, the first thing I thought of when I had this dark, no alcohol beers, it smells... God, it smells like a chocolate mixed with coffee mixed with something. Yeah, let's see here. I'm making sure everything's running right. I had a little technical issue earlier. Here we go. Here's some cool news. A friend of mine named Paris Mayhew, who's from the band Cro-Mags, today just put out a new single. As soon as we're done with this show, go to Metal Injection, the website, and, oh, my tech guy's leaving. Later, Wolfenstein. Thank you, my buddy. He just put out, Paris Mayhew, he has a new music project. It's called Agros. Aggros. And they have a new song called Chaos Magic. Wow. I mean, he been teasing it, like over the last month. He's like, there's a new video, um, and a new song, and it's instrumental, which I love. When someone does rock instrumental, I'm like, this is great. It's all instrumental. I believe he's playing all the instruments except for maybe the drums. I think he's on bass and guitar. He edited and shot and directed the video. The video alone is a work of art. He's a master. I believe he's a union camera guy. Like, he's a real movie camera guy. He does film and television and music videos. So he made the video during the COVID pandemic, and you got to see it. It's beautiful. It's really good footage, and the song, way impressed. I'm very picky with music, and I'll say right now, Chromex, correct. The guitar player from the Chromex, Paris. It's called Agros, Aggros. Go to his Instagram, and you can find Paris Mayhew, and also find Agros. It's called _Agros. And Metal Injection is showing the video, which is awesome. And I'm telling you, you're going to love it. So I wanted to throw that out there. Paris, your new stuff's cool. Yeah. Other news. Friday night, I'm doing the show here. Don't miss it. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Hold on. A big yawn. Whew. Saturday, I'm running a Halloween event. That's going to be crazy. It's a big Halloween event out here at the beach. Rockaway Beach, NYC. It's going to have magic and burlesque and live music, done safely, of course. And there's food, and there's you ready for this? $1,000 costume prize. That's cool. I ain't never seen that before. I've seen $500 costume prizes, but $1,000? Very cool. People are going to really go for it, I hope. And I think they will. People have had a rough time. Me included. It's funny, I didn't have a rough time. Did I just wake up, man? No, but I've been up since like 6 in the morning. So I haven't stopped. I have very long days these days. I had a rough month this last month. A lot of personal things and just chaos. And on top of it, I'm trying to make a living as a freelance artist. So anybody that does freelance art things, you know what I'm talking about. We've been hustling. I've been hustling for, 25 years. This is no new hustle. It's just got more challenges, Yeah. Zagudo. What's up, man? Welcome. You're going to have a blast. I do all things fun here on my news show. And basically, this news show is the in-between for my Behind the Devil's Curtain and my board game show. Right now, I wanted to talk about... let's talk about Halloween. Obviously, as a little kid, Halloween was my favorite holiday besides Santa Claus Day. Halloween was always one of my favorite holidays. And then I got older and started doing entertainment. And then on top of it, this is where it gets interesting. Daryl's in the house. What's up, man? Hi, Daryl. The other thing about Halloween that was interesting is I started celebrating Halloween every day. No joke. I just thought, I like Halloween. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. I like what it means. I like the history. I like everything. And I just that was it. It just became part of my life. So my house is basically decorated in that realm all the time. And I don't even see it as Halloween anymore. I see Halloween as a day where everybody gets to kind of see inside of how my head and a lot of people watching tonight's heads work. That's basically how it runs. So that's why Halloween for me is a weird holiday. Sometimes I get depressed on Halloween. I'm usually working an event. And people, when they hire me to do magic at a Halloween event, they're like, oh, you're going to dress up in a costume. And I'm like, no. They're like, what do you mean? And I go, well, then no one will know I'm the magic guy. So I really dress super formal with a cape. I do the tuxedo cape thing. Most people think I'm dressed as Dracula. I'm just in my formal look. Daryl just said his 50th birthday is after Halloween. That's awesome. Happy 50th, brother. I still have a couple more years for that one. Wow, congrats. That's a big number. Anybody watching that's not on my channel, like and subscribe, please. I'm doing this full time now. I'm going to start doing these videos like pretty much daily. I am not at the 1,000 mark. I am literally 10, I believe, from the 500 mark. And I got 300 subscribers in 3 weeks. 2.5, 3 weeks. Yeah. I mean, it's working. As soon as I started doing it, it started working. So I got to get to 1,000 to make this monetized. So the ways you guys can help, like and subscribe and hit the notify. That's a big one. And if you want to donate, dude, the last time I did this, I made enough money to get a new mic. So the donations help. It goes right into the show. Not only does it go into the show, it goes into my research end and my project end of making the Devil Behind the Devil's Curtain show crazy. It's going to be a crazy show. Let's read some... hey, what's up, man? I got a board gamer in here. I think you're going to like tonight's show. Johan Jello. What's up? That's a cool name. I'm having trouble seeing. I don't have my glasses here. This is not a board game show, but I do talk about board games sometimes. This is the news show. I talk about everything. Friday night's the show not to miss. So please go like this and subscribe it. Halloween makes me sad for this reason. I see people, usually drunk at a party, dressed in a manner that's making them feel comfortable and loose and happy. And I'm always thinking, why not do it all the time? It's funny because the day after Halloween, the mask comes off, it goes away, and then they go back to their normal world. Whereas I live in fantasy land. I figured out a way that it's all real. It's all relative and it's all real. It's what you make of it. It's how you frame it. And I decided to frame it that way. So, yeah. Google Wiki with their new quantum realities. Yeah, it's true. It is weird how the internet's owned by a few companies now. It's not good. But alas, here we are, and we're going to do this. So, yeah, Halloween as a little kid, I liked it. I liked trick-or-treating. And then you get to middle school. And then middle school comes in, and you start wanting to toilet paper people's houses. Now, I don't know where you guys grew up. I did not grow up in New York City. I've been living in New York City for more than half my life now. And I grew up in central Pennsylvania, Altoona to be exact. And it's a Midwest town. We toilet papered. We egged. We would put toothpicks in car door handles and pour pancake syrup down the cracks. I did all sorts of stuff. The egging was crazy. It was bad. We were bad kids. And we would also, no lie, we would do the double mask bit. We waited and found the right people giving out the best candy, and we would go in the car, switch masks, and go back. Yeah, we were bad. I remember on Halloween, walking with some friends, a car pulling up beside us, and just unloading eggs. Bam, 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 bam. Well, what they didn't know is we also had eggs. Bop, 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 right back, and then they stopped the car and got out and chased us. And it was a while. I ran for a long time. It was like a gang of way older kids. Scary stuff. So I have many Halloween memories of that. I have many Halloween memories of going to haunted attractions. In Pennsylvania, we had hell houses, which are the Christian ones. And I gotta say, they do really good versions of a haunted house because they're trying to scare you to go to church, and they actually believe in the mythology wholeheartedly. So when they're acting, they're giving it their all. So the best actors for a haunted house, I hate to say it, are super duper duper crazy religious people. Yeah, because they mean it. They're trying to save you, you know? A lot of haunted attractions I go to, I am a little disappointed. The hype is more than what I'm getting. I will say, in the last few years, the best ones I've been to, Kevin McCurdy's haunted house in upstate New York, very well done. The design is good. He does a good design. Kevin McCurdy's, and I worked at one he designed. I did at Skull Island Scream Park, which is another upstate thing. It's Splash Mountain, Splash. Anyway, in the fall, it was like a haunted attraction. Oh, you never heard of a Hell House? There's a film about them. They're Christian-run haunted houses. Crazy stuff. Super offensive to certain people. They basically, when I was a kid, they would make fun of people dying of AIDS. I mean, it was like outrageous, right? I mean, we all knew what it was. I was there to laugh. Other people were not. But I worked at a haunted attraction. I worked at one in high school. I think I told the story about that one. I don't know if I did. I was hired in high school, me and a couple theater kids, to do art, and we painted and made everything. I was hired to be in it, do makeup. I was I did everything. Not easy. Then when I got older, I got a job. I got a job working at one as a magician, and I had the main show. I did 3 shows a night. 3 20-minute shows. Outdoor amphitheater, cold and rainy, not easy. And I was performing a couple illusions and a couple other things that I do a lot of. And the best part of this haunted house for me during the show, this is why I had a fight with the owners. They were not nice people. If they're watching, you're not nice. Sam Turek, I believe his name was Turek, not Sam Turek. Can't remember. Turek, not cool. Very rude to his staff. I couldn't believe it. Basically, I would do the show, and I had a blank gun in my outfit. And for me, it was fun because while I'm doing the show, every now and then a zombie would wander into the audience, and I'd kill him. And it was never planned, and it was the actors that did the zombies here were perfect. So I would be like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, and you, sir, would you, yo, move! And I would freak out, pull the gun out, goom, 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 goom. And usually I'd hit him. I would hit him in a few places, and he wouldn't die yet. And then I'd hit him, and he'd die. Right in the audience, I'd run out and kill him. And then he would wait for it to die down and then sneak off. It was kind of awesome. It was a really nice feature to the haunted house. And there was 3 different attractions, my show, and then like a sideshow. And I was doing my basically my spook show. So I've been in Halloween land my whole life. And that was 16 dates, 4 shows a night. And I was doing other shows. You know, it was crazy. I'm going to look at these comments. We have some cool comments coming in. There's a found footage film, Hell House. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Someone's asking me a cool question, and I'm going to answer it. Mindful Magic says, how long did it take you to develop showmanship? Wow, I like these kind of questions a lot. This is something I teach in my lecture, and I'm going to tell you right now, go look at my page, Magic Method Level 1. It's up. It's not going to be up much longer. This is where I get into the philosophy of magic. Magic tricks. Magic performance as a stage magician. Not real magic. That's different. And I do talk about showmanship in there. A lot. On a very detailed level. But I'll answer your question. To me, showmanship is the art of being able to take a pen or a pencil, walking on stage, and talking about it and making it exciting. If you're a good showman, you can do that. You can just go out on stage and start the talk, and people will be interested. Now, how does that work? Well, there's a few things at play. I had a magician once ask me this question. Legit. He said, hey, man, when you walk out on the show, when you do a show, I'll do it now. He goes, when you walk out like this, do you stop, put 2 feet, and then address the audience? Do you put your weight on 1 foot? he was asking me. And I said, dude, I'm going to be honest. I don't know. He's like, what do you mean you don't know? I said, I walk out on stage and start talking. And here's what it is. I've spent my whole life training, theater, dance, everything. I did 4 years of ballet, hardcore theater training. I play instruments. After a while, you learn all of these techniques and things, and you put them away, and you just walk out on stage. So what are those things? Well, for me, good showmanship requires really good speech. I mean, good. It has to be, you have to be able to project, speak loud, clear. They have to be able to understand you. First and foremost, your cadence of voice has to be exciting and moving. It can't be robotic, you know? And unfortunately, some people, it takes a long time to learn how to do that. I was a natural in some of these things. The things that I wasn't a natural at are some of the timing things on how to address the audience and stuff like that. But I'm going to give you something I just learned the other day on the internet. And I'm glad I learned it, even though I was already doing it. I wanted to know what it was. There was a guy came out and he said, hey, I'm going to teach you about when you meet somebody for the first time. And this is showmanship 101. This is like you walk out, the audience is meeting you, right, for the first time. So how do you get them to like you? So this guy said, all right, here's the deal. When you meet somebody for the first time, there are 4 things that can happen. The first one is you think that guy's going to be a friend. He's an ally. The second one is that guy's not a friend. I'm leaving. The third one is that person is a potential mate. And the fourth one is indifference. It's like I don't even notice you. Now that indifference one is the one that most of the time it hits, especially if you live in a city. How do you get everybody to do the first one? That guy's going to be my friend. Because if you're an entertainer, that's the only one you need. Indifference, bad. I don't like you, bad. Well, mate, that's a potential mate. That's okay, but it still has to eventually go to the one, which is I'm going to be friends with that guy. So, check it out. He goes, I'm going to teach you the science right now. He goes, first of all, when you meet somebody, if you smile, it literally triggers them to smile. It literally triggers the chemicals to make them smile. It's science. They know this. Even if you do a fake smile, it starts to do something, okay? That's a fact. 2, raised eyebrows. It's like the sign of almost like a surprise to see you and an innocence, okay? And the third one is open palm. Open palm means no weapons. So imagine cavemen meeting each other for the first time. They didn't know it's another tribesman meeting another tribesman. They never knew each other. They looked different maybe. So the guy that did the lecture walked out and he goes, now watch. He goes, hey everybody! He does the eyebrows, the smile, and his hands up. That's how he walked out on stage. I don't do that. I do this. When I'm in a nightclub, and I'm going to use the nightclub as an example for showmanship. Working in a nightclub, I've got a few seconds to win the crowd over. A few seconds. If I don't, that's it. It's a hard crowd. And there's one of the nightclubs I have has a balcony, and I can't even see half the people. And they're drinking and partying. And the show is burlesque dancers and acrobats and aerialists and jugglers, and I'm going to come out and do a card trick. So I got to win them over. So here's what I do. They play my song, they introduce me, and I walk out and I go, hey, what's up? Hey, hey, hey. I big smile, big eyes, wave, and I usually point at the balcony, and I go, yo, balcony. And then I do something really weird. And this is a little secret if anybody's entertaining or an entertainer right now. Somebody put, who is not an entertainer? The service model is becoming... yeah, so basically, I do this. I have a microphone, and I go, yo, yo, what's up, right? And then I go like this. I go, it says, what if the crowd starts to like you too much? Well, that's different. So I go, yo, yo, what's up? And I go, hold on a second, everybody. And I take the mic, and I go, boom. And I go, You guys can hear me, right? In the back? And they go, yay! And I go, I don't like mics. I'm old-fashioned. I like doing it this way. That's it. I won them over right there. Usually that's it. They get dead silent, and I literally start to do a small card trick that gets everybody to freak out. It's a way to develop a little mystery, a likability factor, a trust factor, and my voice isn't coming out of the speakers. It's live right here. And you can hear a pin drop in the audience. So as you can see, my way I deal with showmanship and performing, I really break it down and make it perfect. It's like playing an instrument. It's the same thing. There's a build in the song, and that's showmanship. You know, in magic, you need showmanship to sell it. You have to. Here's one. I do in one of my nightclub acts. It's the trick where the girl gets in the box and she disappears. And at the end, they think she's on the bottom, hiding, and I whip the cloth off, right? So for years, I wasn't getting a response. I whipped the cloth off, and it would be like no clapping, and then maybe a little bit. So I was like, something's wrong. Why aren't they clapping there? Well, it's because they're like, she's gone, right? And the audience sometimes needs the cue. They don't know what to do in magic. Comedy, they laugh. Magic, there's no actual response except, or a good gasp, like, the sound is really good. So here's what I started to do. I pull the cloth off, and then I go like that, and that's it. If I take one step forward and do that with my arm, they start to clap. So I spent a long time studying showmanship, folks. It's a big subject for me. It's my life. It's my life's work. Good question. Thank you. Any other questions, just ask me. You know what I wanted to talk about tonight on Halloween, on this great occasion? When I was a little kid, I liked scary books. There's not as many today. There's way less. And I have some here, I'm going to show you, that if you have kids, or I have kids and they're big now, but if you have kids, here's some books to find online. And I'm going to use my hand cam here. I have a whole bunch here that I am going to show you. Most of these I bought at book fairs. Remember those little book fairs our schools would have? Like this one here. This one's cool. This one is Bram Stoker's Dracula. Look at that. And it was an early version of a graphic novel. And let's see if there's a good picture of Dracula in here. There's some good ones. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's really cool stuff. Yeah. Oh, somebody said scary stories to tell in the dark. You know, I'm going to be honest. I didn't have that book as a kid. I did not. I have one here that I think is way better than that one. But that's just me. Oh, here we go. Oh, my God. How about this? Monsters and Trolls. This one's cool. Look at this. Really beautiful art. Really beautiful art. Look at this. So pretty. The colors, the art. That was the thing, man. When the books started getting in the late 80s, the artwork started to suffer. Now, here's one that if you remember this, I'm going to freak out. Spooky action cutouts. I actually have 3 copies of this one. And the reason I have 3 copies is because you cut the book up. And I always wanted to have a master copy. But here's what it looks like. They're little cutout projects that you do that are all about the different monsters. There's here's one. Oh, this one I cut out. Like this one here, you give werewolf a haircut. You know, there's a spider. Here's Frankenstein tipping his hat. Here's King Kong. It's so cute. And I have... Well, okay, this one's a clean copy. This one's the one that has all the pieces cut out. Yeah. This is mine from when I was a kid. Here, I'll show you. We'll go to the live cam now. Like this. It's like this. This is how you play with these as a kid. You go, no! And that's it. How simple were our toys as children of the 70s. God, I gave Wolfman a horrible haircut as a child. I don't know what the heck that is. So this book, again, I love these. When I was a kid, this was my favorite thing. Anything you had to make on your own. And they also did... Where is it? There's a Christmas one the guy did. All right, here we go. Here's a really cool one. The Pumpkin Smasher. Oh my God, look at the art in this. Oh my God, look at this art. It's glorious. It's like that two-tone color. So cool. Oh my God, I have so many here. I'm like in bookland now. Oh, here we go. This is good. This is good. There's one missing here I wanted to show you, and it's not here. Here's the Christmas cutout one. Not nearly as cool as the other. Where is the witch one with the witches? I don't see it. I just had it. That's why I'm like, this, The Man Who Lost His Head, Dracula. Oh, here we go. All right, these are good. Check this out. So these two books I literally read over and over and over. Okay, I'll put it down here. You can see it better. Look at this picture. Frankenstein moved in on the 4th floor. And the sequel, Dracula is a pain in the neck. Both really cool books. They're like easy to read type books. They're more for like a 6th grader, I think, at this point. And they're really great stories. Oh yeah, look at that picture. So cool. The Ghost of Windy Hill, another one. Very cool book. Now, I'm just going to skip to my favorite one. So the book I'm going to show you now, I've seen it for sale for lots of money. Like hundreds of dollars. If I could ever find another copy, I would. If you ever see a version of this, buy it. It's the best art. It's my favorite story. If someone says, can you read a story? Yes, I did have color forms. I actually have a Pee Wee Herman color form here somewhere. This book here, I don't know. I'm going to show you the art. It's a Xerox publication. So the company Xerox published this. It's not in the greatest shape, but wow. Grandpa's Ghost Stories. James Flora. One of my favorite kid book artists. Dude, look at this art. Now, it's 3 stories tied together. And, okay, here, let's get to some, oh God, I love this. I like the colors, I like the pictures, I like the story, I like the whole thing. If someone asks me to read a story for children, this is the one I read. Look at this. Oh my God, look at these pictures. Beautiful art. Some of these would make sick tattoos. I love this book more than all of them. For like storytelling purposes, this is the one. I honestly, yeah, this is it. I love this. If I could find another copy, I would buy it. But I can never. I found one for like, it was like $175, and it's a paperback too. It's crazy. God, I had another one here, and I don't know where. Oh, here it is. Oh, I found it. All right, this is another book. This is probably my second favorite book, and it's funny because it's kind of my life now. It's called Trick or Treat, and it's about these little kids. Look, I drew in this one too. You can see my really early childhood. See, I colored it in for some reason. It's about kids trick-or-treating, and they're going to this house, and every time they go to the house, this weird old guy goes, trick or treat, and they go, and he goes, trick, and then invites them in the house. Right? And then more kids come, and he starts to do a magic show. And each time the kid comes in, they don't come out. So at the end, all the kids in the neighborhood are missing. The parents are like, where are all the kids? And they realize that they're all at the house, so they knock on the door. They open the door, and the old man is in there doing a magic show. His wife is in there, too. She's in a rocking chair. And it turns out... Moonlight's in here. Hi, Moonlight. And it turns out that the guy used to be a magician, and he's retired. Him and his wife are retired. And for fun, they do a little magic show for the kids, and they throw a Halloween party. It's a really great book. And the best part is the end. there's a trick that you can learn with newspaper. So Trick or Treat by Louis Slobodkin. And then here's probably my third one. It's called The Witch Who Wasn't. And again, this artwork is outstanding. Oh, look at this. Look at this artwork. It's really fantastical, beautiful colors. It's kind of trippy. And it's about a little girl witch who doesn't fit in with all the other ones, and she has to go to the witches convention and show off her magic. And it ends up being a really great book. It's a really good story. I like the story of that one. So, of course, my dream was to always write my own kids' book. And I did. Me and another guy, a good friend of mine, his name's Stuart Palm. I'm working on a new project with him, and I'm going to unveil it on Friday, on the Devil's Night. At the end of the show, I'm going to unveil our new project. If you're just jumping on, please go to my like and subscribe bit. It's all I ask. I'm doing these shows for free. If someone wants to donate, there's a donation link. Awesome. That does go in the show, but the best thing you can do is like, subscribe, notify. The guy, Stuart Palm, and I wrote a book, and then we realized it's really hard to get a kid's book published. We were told, and it's funny because what I was told about it is the same thing I was told when my band in the old days was trying to get a record deal. The kids' book companies, they don't want you to show up with the art and the words. They either want one or the other because they have a formula. If you're a great artist, they go, oh, we have a guy that writes great little stories that we know sell. If you are a good writer, they go, we've got a great illustrator. His work sells. It's catchy. We know it. We've sold this stuff before. It's modern, fits in. I didn't want to do that. I wanted the art to be very specific and the words to be very specific. So my buddy, who gets it, he did the art and I did the words, and we didn't publish it yet. I have a dummy copy here. I can show it to you. It's called Haunted House Magic Show. And I wanted it to be the tricks in here that the magician does to be real magic tricks that people could perform. So if you did the research on these tricks, you go, wait, that's a real magic trick. That was kind of part of the book. And it has a surprise ending. There's a version of it on YouTube where my buddy's reading it. Haunted House Magic Show. Look it up. So here we go. Here, I'll show you a little bit of the art before I... No, not that. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the art. It came out really good. Look at this. Look at this. Like this. Yeah, it's got some really colorful story stuff in here. I don't want to show you too much. But yeah, it came out really good. And you know what? I think we're going to publish this. I don't know if we're going to Kickstarter it or self-publish. I'm not sure yet. It's got to come out. It's got a little more work done, but it's ready to go. So if anybody knows anything about kid book publishing, let me know. Let me look at these comments. Scary stories to tell in the dark. Now, I do like the book. I just, as a kid, I didn't see it. I missed it. Oh, cool. I love how Moonlight's telling everybody I was born in 73. Thank you, Moon. You're my moderator from afar tonight. Very helpful. Thank you. So my new project coming up on Friday that I'm going to announce at the end of Behind the Devil's Curtain is going to be something that has to do with Kickstarter. And it's not that book. It's something way cooler. I'm going to do it. I'm going to publish it. Yeah, thanks for the encouragement. It's got to happen. I have all these things in my head, and they got to get out so people can have fun with them. That's all it is. I was influenced by 70s kids books, and I do think there's merit in the vibe and what it represented. So, thank you. All right, let's keep moving. What time we got? Oh, God, it's already 9:45. Time flies. What do you guys want to hear, man? I have my top 20 favorite horror films. I did this on YouTube, Facebook the other night. I might just rattle the list off quick, and not spend as much time on it. And then I was going to, yeah, I'm not going to tell Toilet Boy stories tonight. I was going to. Don't need to. Ah, maybe I'll do a magic trick at the end. We'll see. Well, here's the horror films. Ooh. Here's the list. And it's 20. I've seen all of these movies a million times. I will see them more times. And most of these you've all seen. Some of you haven't seen a few of these. And the ones that you haven't seen, you got to see them. Trust me. So here it goes. Number 1, Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. The Cro-Mags track. Well, it's not Cro-Mags, it's Agros. And you're going to love it. Yeah. Number 2, Evil Dead 2. Lots of 2s in this, you'll see. Suspiria. Clearly one of my favorites. Dawn of the Dead, the original, not the remake. I thought the remake in concept and in beauty and in might was good, but the whole point of it missed. Not like Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead is it's very lot of stuff going on in there. Then Night of the Living Dead right after it. I love it. Day of the Dead's on the honorable mention. I do love it. It's in my top 22 favorite horror film. I mean, I would put it right there. Blackula, one of my favorite movies of all time. Actually, here I have right here a William Marshall Blackula doll. Let me reach over and grab one. Might as well show it. I stopped buying dolls a while. If you look up, you can't see it. This shelf goes even higher. I have a lot of dolls. I stopped buying them, but this is the last one I bought. And you tell me if that's not a glorious looking doll. Look at that. That's William Marshall, folks. Pretty cool. Blackula, one of my favorite movies. It scared me when I was a child. I think it's a really deep and meaningful... Yeah, well, Heidi, hold on. So Rosemary's Baby's in here, too, coming up. I didn't have it on my original list, but it's on here. You have a cat named Blackula. I love it. Then The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. Primo. Best H.P. Lovecraft movie that H.P. Lovecraft never wrote. And then... I had it out. I was, showing the box. Vanessa Redgraves and Oliver Reed star in a film called The Devils. If you haven't seen it, find it and watch it. Its unrated cut is the one you got to see. It's called The Devils. Highly recommend it. Masterpiece horror film. Then we got Return of the Living Dead. I mean, really, it's a good movie. It's a little tongue-in-cheek, but not really. The soundtrack's awesome. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, who stars Clu Gulager, and he's also in Return of the Living Dead. I like the second one the best. Here we go. The Fly. Jeff Goldblum. Not the Vincent Price. Jeff Goldblum. American Werewolf in London. Best werewolf movie ever made. Best transformation ever made. What else? Phantasm. Now, I wrote down Phantasm, but, I mean the whole series. I couldn't pick one. One, I guess, if I had to pick one, but I love 2, I love 3, I love 5. I mean, they're all cool. Then we have The Exorcist. I don't need to say much. It's a masterpiece. Friday the 13th, Part 4! My favorite one, hands down. Rosemary's Baby. At Midnight, I Will Take Your Soul. Brazilian film. Zé do Caixão, also known as Coffin Joe. Actually, I have Coffin Joe. I have an old resin kit here. I don't like my paint job on this because I did this 30 years ago. But there's a Coffin Joe resin kit. Zé do Caixão. If you don't know about him, look up Coffin Joe Trilogy. Amazing artist, pioneer of horror in Brazil. Look, here we go. Let's stop for a second and see here. I mean, yeah, you guys like all these movies. Just saw The Devil's unrated for the first time this year. And what are your thoughts? I'm curious because, woo, love it. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Genius crafted, excellent low-budget movie that takes itself seriously inside the film. I love it. The Abominable Dr. Phibes. I like the sequel, too. I like the plot. I like the directing. I like the acting. I like the whole thing. Here's the only new film on here. I put Hereditary. I do love it. That thing got me. Woof. Some great scenes in that movie. I like the pacing. I like the end. Beautiful end. And here's the last one. You're going to be shocked about this one. I like the new Suspiria. I've seen it 5 times. The more I see it, the more I like it. It's an acting movie, a directing movie. It's got a long pace, but it's like, for me, a Scorsese horror film. It's got some meat in it that's meaty. So that's my top 20. It's actually 21, I think. I think there's one extra on here. I mean, I have so many more that I like. I didn't put the classic stuff in here. Bride of Frankenstein, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. I love the first 3 Frankensteins. I'm not a Dracula fan. I like... Okay, here's one movie that should be on here. I'm going to write it down. I can't believe I didn't put this on. Dracula, 1979. I'm writing this down. This is my master list. Dracula, 1979 is my favorite. Frank Langella. Beautiful movie, well made, killer acting. It's got Sir Laurence Olivier in it, Donald Pleasance, Frank Langella, Kate Nelligan. Who else? Brilliant cast. Moonlight said Monster Squad. Yes, that's top 25, hands down. I love that movie. Beautiful movie too. Young Frankenstein. It is a good movie. It's not on my list, but I love it. There was so many I couldn't fit in here. You know, there's too many. So that's my top. If you haven't seen any of those and it's Halloween, I promise you, you're gonna like it. The Devils. Whew, most people have never seen that movie. It's only played in its entirety, maybe I think twice or 3 times at a movie theater. It got banned. It got panned. People hated it. They thought it was freaky. There's definitely some controversial stuff in it. House on Haunted Hill, yeah. And you know what's crazy is in New York City, we have a place called Film Forum. And they have the seats rigged for the Tingler. And when they do House on Haunted Hill, they do Emergo. Emergo is the skeleton that pops out. I love how they gave it a name. It's called Emergo. Or Emergo. Do I have the DVD of House on... I do. Let me see this. Here's House on Haunted Hill. Yeah, this is the 50th anniversary edition. I haven't seen this in a while. I'm going to leave this out right over here, because I might watch this. Thank you for the bringing House up on Haunted Hill. Yeah, Wicker Man. I mean, we can go on. I liked, out of the new ones, I'm going to rattle off the new ones I liked. Hereditary, Midsommar, The Witch, Green Room, and I did like Green Inferno. Some people didn't like it. I liked it. I'm not a cannibal fan, but I like that one. Yeah, Wicker Man's one of the best films to come out of England, I would say. I'd put that in the top 20 greatest English films. Yeah, I do like the Herzog Nosferatu. It's well made. I like the original one too. Now, out of the silence, Phantom of the Opera is my favorite. I've seen it a million times. I'm going to tell you about a little bit at the end of Phantom of the Opera that most of you probably don't know. Not to spoil the movie, but at the end, I mean, I'm sure you know, the story is the Phantom kind of dies at the end, right? In the Broadway show, he kind of, I think, disappears in a puff of smoke kind of a thing. But in the film, he dies. And it ends with the mob chasing Lon Chaney. No mask. Oh, I was not a fan of Mandy. I can go on why I didn't like it, too. I've been wanting to write an essay of why I hated Mandy. I saw it at the movie theaters. Color Out of Space, I adore. That's almost made it to my top 20 list. Yeah, Moonlight. She just said it. Color Out of Space. What was I just talking about? I lost track. I hate when I do that. I was talking about modern films I like. And then someone brought up Mandy, and it threw me because I hate it so much. But I'm going to tell you why I didn't like it. What were we talking about right before that? What movie? I had some story to tell. I can't remember. If somebody can remember what trip I was on, please tell me, and I'll jump back in. Nick Cage. So my problem with Mandy was, A, it was boring as hell. But I have other problems. All right, Phantom of the Opera ending. All right, so here it is. Lon Chaney's getting chased by a mob scene, and he runs on this dock, and the crowd's coming this way, and the crowd's coming this way. And it says in the script that they both kind of get around him and beat him and throw him in the water. So Lon Chaney, being a master, was like, that's not the Phantom. His character wouldn't just take it like that. He should do something at the end. So if you see the movie, yeah, he's running with no mask at the end, and they're just chasing him. So he does this. It's brilliant. They used it in Tom and Jerry. He goes, so they're chasing him, and he goes, and he looks like he has something in his hands. And he goes, huh! And they go, huh! And he takes it, and he goes, huh! And they go, huh! The whole crowd. And then he goes like this. I have nothing. And then they mob him. It's beautiful. It's the perfect end. That's a real actor right there. I'm getting goosebumps imagining the scene. So, yeah, that's one of my favorites. Mandy, I don't like half-assed mythology. I don't like movies that don't have payoffs. I don't like movies that are being cool for cool's sake. It's why I don't like Tarantino movies. I could do a whole show on why I don't like Tarantino movies. It's a lot of posturing and coolness. I like coolness when it comes organically out of the character of the story, not when people are trying to be cool. And that whole movie to me was trying to be cool. The sword and the thing, and it just, and then I thought the end blew it. They came up with this demonic mythology with these demons that drank some weird milk fat thing, and then it just kind of went away. It didn't have anything to do with the end, the payoff, or the cult. Nothing. Zero. Fluff. Garbage. He, at the end, after killing everybody, Nick Cage, should have been like, the motorcycles come and take him away. Now he's one of them. Or anything. Some sort of payoff. I was so let down. I remember watching that in the movies, just being like, okay, it's been 30, 40 minutes, and it's just people like staring at each other for like 3 minutes. That girl in it was just depressing to watch her it was on and on. And then the final kill scene, the violence didn't get progressively better. It got progressively worse. The last guy was boring. It was like, I remember him, it took him like 2 minutes to just walk in the room. And nothing was happening. Now, there were a couple parts that I thought were kind of neat, but then it just kind of fell apart for me. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm very picky with certain things. Yeah, it was trying to be too many movies, and none of them paid off to me. It was, they made a movie so that Nick Cage can go nuts in. That's literally all it was. Not my thing. I like a little more juice. It doesn't mean I don't like simple. Suspiria has a plot that's that thick, but it's a well-made movie. And the story comes through the emotion of the colors and the story. I thought they were trying to do that with Mandy, but no, didn't work for me. It worked for a lot of people. They thought it was cool. I mean, Tarantino gets movies nominated for Academy Awards, and I don't get it. Not my thing. Not my thing. So, I'm glad you brought it up. I love talking about these things because it helps me understand why I like certain things and why I don't. I don't like just saying I don't like it. I want to know why and how. Green Room is, woof, brilliant little film. I saw that at the movie theaters. I do like the Sam Raimi Gypsy Witch film, Drag Me to Hell. Eyes of My Mother. Never saw it. Now I'm getting some stuff here. Hey. Yeah, I don't mind super thin plots. As long as there's a story that I can grab upon, you know? What else? Here, let's try something here. I wasn't gonna do this, but I was messing around earlier with some playing cards, and I'm gonna do a trick. Oh yeah. All right, we're getting done. I'm gonna finish up soon here because I got a lot of work to do. I am a little tired. I've been up very early, and I'm gonna try a trick on somebody here, but I do need somebody in the audience to pick a card. So here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, J-Horror? I didn't even go near it because I have too many I like. I do like The Grudge. I do like Cardone, the 60s Japanese horror film. Godzilla films? I mean, I can't even begin to show you. I own all of the Godzilla. I have them all. Every single one. All the Japanese ones. The American one, I have the newest one. I do like the newer ones. That 90s junk is terrible. I need somebody here to name a card, because I'm going to write something on it. Kings and Queens are terrible. You can't see a name. Like the Four of Diamonds type, really good. So, anybody want one? Tell me what it is, and I'll take it out. This might be missing a few cards, too. These are a little old. What do you got? Somebody type in a card. Also, if you're watching this and you are not a subscriber, please go subscribe. It's helping me so much. Let me see. Yeah. How many subscribers do I have right now? I am curious. Y-O-U. YouTube. Let's see. What are my subscribers? Oh, somebody put 3 clubs. It's going to be 3 clubs. Let me just check my subscribers here. My channel. All right. I am at 490. I need you guys, if you are not subscribers, go click on that thing. I need to get this to 500 tonight. 3 of clubs it's going to be. That was the first one in there. There's the 3 of spades. Here, 3 of clubs. Okay? Now, I'm going to write something on the 3 of clubs so that you know it's your 3 of clubs. So, who said 3 of clubs? Libra Liz, 541. I'm going to write that on here, if that's cool with you. Five, 4, 1. Make sure it's dry. Okay. And here's what we're going to do. Libra Liz, 541. I'm going to put it about the middle. Okay? Now, before we get to this, and I'm just going to set these down right here, I have, where did I put my rubber bands? Rubber band. And where is, oh, here it is. So here's what I'm going to do, folks. I'm going to take this rubber band and place it around the cards, and I'm going to put my hand just like, I'm sorry I'm dipping below the camera. I'm not used to this setup. Okay? Actually, here, I'm going to turn the bottom cam on. Hand cam. So that's what it looks like. God, the light balance in here is terrible. Okay? And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move that up cam up now, live cam. So I'm going to sit right here, and Libra Liz, I don't know if you know this, but my ceilings here, and most of you know this, they're so tall that if I had a broom, I might be able to touch the ceiling. But I definitely can't jump and touch it. So I'm going to do it from sitting down. See the deck of cards rubber banded? Watch. Okay? I just threw them up. There's the rubber band still on the deck. And I think you're going to find this a little interesting. Because right now, your card's not in the deck anymore. I'm going to show you. It's insanely high. Here it is. I'm going to bring the camera right here. And you see that little dot up there? That is your Libra Liz card. It is literally 20 feet in the air, 30 feet in the air. It's really high up. And that will stay there for a very long time, Libra Liz. So if you're ever in Rockaway Beach and you're in this neighborhood, you can stop over and look up on my 30-foot ceiling, and your name will be up there. Everybody that comes in here is going to go, who's Libra Liz? I got one I'll show you. I did this 2 summers ago. Now, I normally don't ask celebrity clients for autographs. I think it's a little weird because they're not in that. They're usually at a party. But I did get a Yo-Yo Ma last year. That's cool. I love that guy. He was a really fun guy to do magic for. One day I'll do a show where I talk about learning about people by how they react to magic tricks. You can learn a lot of what their relationship is to a magic trick. I'll tell some crazy stories, especially like some celebrities and weird reactions I've gotten. What do you say? Oh, Libra Liz, you're welcome. I do like the Hellraisers. I like Hellraiser 2 the best. Lots of 2s are good. Aliens, the second one. People, if you're watching this channel, the best thing you can do for me right now, if you're having fun, is just subscribe, like the video, notify you. Hit the notification bell. I've been doing these now for 3 weeks. I went up 300 subscribers. So please, support the cause. Go in there and do all the likes. I'm almost at 500. I'm trying to get to 1,000 by December, which means I got to do more of these shows. So I will be doing them. Gosh, let me see here. Let's do this. Any questions, folks? Let me know. I will answer. Let's see. My channel. I'm looking at my YouTube channel right now. God, gosh, it's only at 490. I got to get it up. One more thing I was going to show you. I don't know if I've ever showed this. I'll do a couple more, and then I got to get out of here. A lot of people know me for doing the fancy stuff with playing cards. And one of my favorite things to do is fan. Here, I'll do it with the rubber banded cards. So fanning looks like this. You know, you've all seen someone make a fan with playing cards. Let me turn one of these lights off here. I'm wearing a lot of white tonight, and I did not white balance. I think it's going to look better. Oh, hell yeah. Way better. Look. Yeah. So this is fanning, right? And there's many different ways to do it. But here, this is the jumbo fan. Oh, gosh. Here's the jumbo fan. It looks like this. Yay. And then you can cut it in half. So that's one of my specialties. I like making fans. And there's an old art form that's just fanning. And I'm going to show you something really cool with it. What's the first trick you ever learned? Ooh, hard to say. Oh, here, look at this. These I bought in a dollar store in Japan. They have the greatest dollar stores over there. And they're giant playing cards. And I mean really tall. I mean, look at these. They're massive. And I didn't buy them because of the size. I bought them because of the 1960s artwork. I mean, it's really great artwork. And because of the colors, watch what you can do. Watch. Ooh. Ah. 2 different colors. And with one hand, you can do this. You can smear the color. And then it gets weird with this. Huh? What? And here's one. This is a good one. I call this the cough. That's the cough. Pretty stupid. Now, the reason why this didn't last long as an art form is it's kind of boring. It doesn't have a grand finale. Some guys would do this. They would do the rising star, which looks like this. Hi. Taking your time, right? Keep going. Right? And sometimes people would do, you know, a waterfall. But Eh. Some people would do the serpent, which looks terrible. Here, it even looks terrible if you do it correctly. It's terrible. So it's not very good. So I came up with a better grand finale, and I'm going to show it to you now. I give everybody here good luck and good health tonight with a dragon. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Look at that. And that is the art of fanning. The art of making fans. El cheers. Nice. Yeah, fans are cool. I mean, the real art form with fans that I teach, and I might do my magic method level 2, I might do it on just this, on my version of the super duper fancy card stuff, because it's definitely my favorite thing in the world. If you thought what you just saw is cool, I'll give you a little sample of this. This is my favorite. Watch. Here, watch this. Hold on, let me play a tune. This is kind of lame without music. It's so quiet in here tonight. I didn't expect to go this long, which is fine. Here, look at this. Ooh. Now here's where it gets funky. Watch. Whoa. How about this? No sleeves, folks. Whoa. Now the thing about, whoa, here we go. The thing about this is it really does take extreme amount of practice to pull this stuff off. I've been doing this now for about 40 years. I mean, well, yeah, pretty much. Give or take a few. Watch. And that's that. And that is card manipulation. That's my specialty. Thank you, Heidi. I mean, it's my I spent the most time learning how to do it. I remember when I finally could do it. It took me 5 years before I could actually show a crowd, even a little bit. It took a lot of work. And I'll end with one note. This is the end of the show. Before I give you my last little thought, which I think you're going to like. Friday night, right here, Cardone Entertainment. Like and subscribe so you know what's going on. I'm doing a very special show. It's called Behind the Devil's Curtain, Episode 2, Transylvanian Adventure. And I'm going to tell you a story that's literally like a comic book, and it happened to me. And you can guess where it took place. And I'm also going to talk about my spook show and show you some props and do some fun things. So it's a very special show. If you're a magician, an occultist, a weirdo, you're going to have a blast. And that's that. I mean, please like, subscribe. I've got so many crazy projects planned. William, what does that say? Please include me in your fancy dancy supers. Whipping a card and sticking it in. Oh, I love it. Yes. Yeah, I'll do that too sometimes. I'll do the card throwing into fruit. I love it. Very cool. Yes, Heidi. Friday. It's going to be good. Well, that's it. It's muscle memory doing this stuff. It's repetitive muscle memory. And the other thing is every time I do the card manip, it's never the same. So my hands have to adapt to being constantly adjusting. My final thought and why I think Heidi said I looked happy doing that. People think that happiness is something you're seeking happiness. And after reading all of these classical philosophy books for the last month, I realized that happiness isn't something you look for or find or stop what you're doing and go over here to find the happy. It doesn't work like that at all, because happiness isn't that kind of a thing. Happiness is the result of being the top of you doing the best that you can do. And so for me, it was putting the time and effort into learning an incredibly difficult thing. And the result of that is where the happiness falls in. It's the satisfaction and the happiness and the joy. It's a very simple thing. I wasn't looking for happiness, and I was like, I'm going to start doing cards to make me happy. No, it's actually the opposite. I was like, I kind of want to learn how to do cards. It looks fun and hard to do. I'm interested. And then after I started, I was like, okay, this is making me sad, not happy. So there you go. It made me sad, not happy to learn it because of the amount of work it put. But I fought through it, and now, glad I did. It paid off. Look at me smiling. So, yeah. Happiness doesn't come, it comes as a result of, it's not a thing, it's a result of these things. And I'm going to end on that note. I thank you all for being here. Please, like I said, the best thing you can do if you had fun tonight is like, subscribe, share it with your friends, tell people about this channel. I have crazy projects planned, field trips, weird ones, and I'm going to need suggestions and ideas from you guys too. But I've got some neat things you're going to like, and some cool guests too. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here and taking your time out of your day to sit here with me and have some fun. If you have any questions, email me. If you have suggestions, email me. I read all my emails and all my chats. And thank you. You guys are cool. This has been my news hour. Let me see here. I'm going to play my end credits and wish you an awesome evening. Thank you, everybody. Come back here on Friday. And if you want to donate, it goes right in the show. There's donate buttons everywhere. You guys rule. Over and out.